Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that helped me build up a sizable rental portfolio in about 2 years and now manage that portfolio. Today, guys, I want to talk about our leasing process. So this has been something that we've been working on for a long time, and I don't care who it is that you speak with, leasing and screening tenants is probably the most important, if not the most important thing. So before we get into it, we're going to talk about our leasing process and some of the guarantees that we offer, just educate you a little bit about that. And so if you have another property management company that you're working with, you have these things that you can, some good questions to ask and see if you are getting the same level of service and getting the level of service that you need. So first, before I get into that, if you guys enjoy this stuff and you're finding value in it, please like, subscribe, share it with somebody. If you're not, give us some feedback. These are all for you. I don't get paid to do this, doing it for education to help make you as a self-manager better and use this stuff for your own benefit. Even if you never hire us, never use this, these are the things that I wish I would have known. So, okay, let's get into this. So my handy dandy whiteboard here, my chicken scratches. We got leasing. This is our leasing process. So this is after the make ready is done. I've done other videos on make readies and what we need to do during a turnover. So after the make ready is done, this is what we start with. So we take professional photos. That's the first thing, as well as one of those video walkthroughs. Now, this might sound like, Karen, you wrote that down as number one. Guys, you would not believe some of the folks that are going out there taking pictures with their iPhone, or not even with an iPhone, with an iPhone 5 or whatever it is, had a button on their iPhone. It's terrible. Some of the pictures are taking descriptions. They're trying to write it, I don't know, with AI or what, but it is horrible. So we do professional pictures that we pay for. You get all that in your leasing fee, and we write a professional description. It's not written by a robot, it's written by a real human being. The second piece, we list this on the MLS. And again, this might be something you're saying, Cameron, why even write that down? I've talked about this before in the past. I cannot believe it either, but there are property management companies that do not list properties on the MLS. And you guys might say, well, what's the MLS? Well, the MLS is a service that agents use. You have to be a licensed agent to list it on there, and you have to pay people, you have to pay a lease fee to other agents, to the tenant's agents. So if I'm listing a property for you as an owner, and I don't list it on the MLS, then all the people that are searching on har.com, on any of the other syndicated services, they don't get it. They don't see it. And then they're not trying to pay a commission to the tenant's agent. We always pay a commission to the tenant's agent. Depending upon the service you have, we pay that or you pay it. But that is a huge disservice. I mean, the MLS has thousands, tens of thousands of views on there. It's where everybody goes. So if you're not doing that, or your manager isn't doing that, as an owner, you may or may not be able to do that. But if your lease agent or your property management company isn't listing on the MLS, fire them immediately. I have no idea why anybody would not list the property on the MLS unless they are trying to skirt MLS fees, tenant agent fees, and then that's how they offer you $79 property management. You're getting the disservice. Okay, you can tell that's a hot button topic for me because I couldn't believe it when I heard it, started doing research, unbelievable. The second piece is, so we screen applicants. So now that we've got this listed on the MLS, we have a professional pictures, video, it looks fantastic, and it's on the MLS for as many tenants as you can possibly get to see. We screen them. Now, our screening criteria is online. You can check that out anytime you want, but we have less than a 1% eviction rate. So we have over a 99% likelihood that we are going to, this tenant's going to fulfill their duties. We're not going to have any amounts owed at the end of the lease. Everything's going to be peachy keen. Over 99% likelihood of that. The other thing, in our screening, so if you let us screen it, so we don't let owners screen their own tenants, but having said that, we'll screen the tenant and we give you what we call an eviction guarantee and a tenant placement guarantee. Now, at some point, we'll have another video. I'll go over all the guarantees. That'll be up here or here. The tenant placement guarantee, if the tenant in their first year that we lease the property, if they break their lease or leave, we will release it for you at no expense. That is our fault. We did not do our job. We will release that for you at our expense. The second one, if we have to evict a tenant because of the eviction, because for some reason, we did something stupid and this tenant, or it just happens, a tenant's evicted, we will pay up to $1,000 on your eviction, towards your eviction costs. So again, we are so confident in our screening that we will bear the brunt of those costs. You're putting the onus on us, and we're good at what we do. We screen thousands. We've screened thousands of applicants. So we screen them. We have over 99% success rate with tenants, and we offer those two guarantees: a tenant placement guarantee and a eviction guarantee. Number 4. So then we'll approve the tenant, and then we'll sign the documentation. So you might say, well, Cameron, I want to have a choice in the selection. Again, we don't let owners decide in that. There's too much risk in that. You as an owner are not keeping up to date unless you're a licensed agent. You're not keeping up to date with fair housing, the continuing education. We're all licensed. We're continuing to get that education and updates. We're staying on top of fair housing, of the property code and how that changes. And there's new forms and stuff that come out. So there's like a different addendum, this flood disclosure addendum that came out. We have a bed bug addendum. You might forget these things. And the next thing you know, you didn't have them sign a bed bug addendum. Now they move in, and in a few weeks or a month, they have bed bugs. Who's paying for that? So we have the addenda and proper legal documents, and we have everything written the way that protects you as an owner and the tenant. This isn't a one-sided way, but we're keeping abreast of all those. We're doing all that. So it's, all these are legal documents that you don't have to worry about. We are signing all that. We're doing all that. And then the last piece is we facilitate the entire move-in. So after we've approved them, after they've signed the lease, we've collected the security deposit, then we will help the tenant facilitate all the tenant moving into the property. We'll get them lockbox code. We'll make sure they don't have that before they get into the property. We walk the property every 2 weeks. And we handle that whole thing. So it's a smooth transition from a vacant property to a tenant moving in. And during the vacancy, we walk the property every 2 weeks to make sure that, a commode's not left on, or somebody didn't use the bathroom and not flush. That comes up more times than you realize. So we're walking the property, making sure security, the windows and doors are locked. We're doing that every 2 weeks. Now, one other guarantee I want to mention really quickly. So you guys might be saying, well, you offer all those screening, and it sounds like you guys do quite a bit, and you're pretty rigorous in your screening. Yes, we are. But we still screen tenants in less than 30, we still get properties leased in less than 30 days. So we're not, even though our process is onerous and we're getting rid of all the tenants that are going to give you a problem, we still get properties leased in under 30 days. And we're so confident in that we give a 30-day lease guarantee. So if we don't lease the property in 30 days, from the time we list the property to the time we have a lease with a signed lease with a security deposit, if that's not 30 days or less, then we waive 2 months of management. That's how confident we are. So we screen them. We have a super high success rate on our screening, and we approve them and get somebody in there. All this happens in under 30 days. That's our goal. We were doing 21 days in the summer. We're creeping up to 24, 25 now at the time of this recording in October, but we still guarantee that. That is one of our guarantees that you get. So we have a rigorous process. We are very confident in this, y'all. If you guys have any questions about this, it's simple. I think you'll find that if you're doing this yourself, maybe you're cutting a couple corners here or there. And if you have a management company and they're not fulfilling their obligations, you might want to just check with their process, see what it is. Ask them some questions. Are they listed on the MLS? Do they read your description? My gosh, is it gibberish, or does it actually have professional pictures and run-on sentences? Is it an accurate description? So check all that stuff. I hope this was helpful, y'all. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. And I'll see y'all next week.